Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight here at Proficiency Bonus. I am your whimsical DM, Victoria. Before we get started with our second session, we're gonna give you some announcements. Who would like to do the announcements?
That will be me. I'm now on the screen. Hello, everybody. Here's Kristy Mysticwater here with your announcements. First, we would like to thank Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian-based dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. You can check out their products online at littledragoncorp.com, and if you enter our coupon code PROBONUS, all one word, PROBONUS, you can get 10% off your order at checkout. Also, thanks to Cardboard Castle Games, they are a lovely little brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. You can go check them out on their website, or if you are in the area and say that Probo sent you, you might get 10% off your in-store purchase. So thanks to them. Also thanks to Sirenscape, for their amazing atmospheric sounds and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download the Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets that are included to get you started, and you don't even need to register, so go to Sirenscape.com to find out more. Also, thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for providing some of the additional music that we use here on Wednesday nights and on Thursdays in the beginning intro roles. He's a talented composer with great content usage rules, so go check out his YouTube and support him on Patreon if you can. Also, check out our other games. Our games are streamed almost every day of the week. You can check out other games like D&D, but we also have games like Star Wars and Power Rangers and other cool things. We also had Shadowrun briefly, so we might have something up your alley. Also, if you are interested in continuing to support our channel and want to get more involved in the community, come check out our community Discord. We all hang out. We like to post pics of pets, and we would love to have you. We're also always looking for more players and more people of color and the LGBTQIA+ community, and we would love to have you join us. So I think that's everything.
Oh. Okay. Graph is transcended. Okay, does anybody else have any other announcements before we move into our recap? Okay, then in that case, I shall pass it off to today's recapper.
Danica.
Hello. No. Bring us back in on what happened last week in our first episode, Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Begin. Had 3 unlikely but colorful characters lining up to get their tickets for the Witchlight Carnival. One of them, Clover, played by Kristy, is a fairy with lavender hair, cat eyes and cat ears. Very cute. We have Ego, played by Ink, a drow with a beautiful toadstool hat, a kind of dour appearance, but white hair, and perhaps, was that a tail? We also have Dawn, played by Graph, who is a satyr, had wonderful, handsome, slicked-backed hair, but kind of a little down expression on his face, but a blue suit and a suitcase. And then we had Dove, a little, appeared to be halfling, girl, played by me. But those first 3 characters were meeting by fate, it seemed, in line. And they seemed perhaps a bit familiar to one another. But before they reached the ticket booth, they caught the attention of white and fluffy-haired looking carnival worker, Dove, who took some particular interest in them, and offered to tour them around the circus. They indulged in fantastical circus activities like bubble bumpers and some poem-off battles, and kind of got the lay of the circus. And then it seemed just as they were celebrating the victory in a fantastic poem-off by Ego, it seemed, and Dawn as well, it seemed Dawn caught sight of a familiar figure, a satyr, atop a large pediment in the carnival, and it looked like sister. Ba-da-da! That's what happened on last week.
Okay, so Kristy and Danica, you may each have a 1d6 bardic inspiration, since your characters can't become actually inspired. But the Bardic Inspo's just a little boost that you can
We're
have as a thank you
cursed.
for doing that.
We're cursed!
Yeah.
Makes
Oh,
sense
yeah.
for Don. He's never been struck with inspiration a day in his life.
Yay!
I mean,
thank
maybe
you.
taxes are inspiring. Okay, so you all are kind of gathered in the stands surrounding the stage where the gnome poetry contest happened, and you can see your opponent is sitting on the edge of the stage, kind of leaning his head against his fist and just looking like very downtrodden and shocked at his double loss. And it seems as though someone has acquired for him a flask of some sort, the contents of which remain a mystery to you, but I'm sure some folks can guess that this man needs a little bit of a liquid pick-me-up after getting his ass handed to him, poetically. And Dawn, as you group back up with your new compatriots, you look up to the top of this mini amphitheater area, and you see a satyr with long strawberry blonde hair in these massive, perfect ringlets. She has her horns actually stick like straight up, and they are painted sort of like a candy cane with red and white stripes. She is wearing very flowy toga-like robes, pretty revealing, and is also just draped in various red and white flowers. And she is sort of prancing and dancing along. She actually has a pan flute that she is like tooting away at, and you see little shapes that are dancing behind her, almost in a little like line or a clump. And they stop for a little bit, and she and all of these little figures, as well as some members of the broader crowd, engage in one of those like group dances where people will kind of come together and link arms, and they'll spin and like switch partners and go through. Obviously not linking arms with very like actual tiny sized creatures. You can't quite see what they are from here. But she does that, and then they march along a little bit more, and then they stop again, and you can see her up there, and she seems to be drawing a lot of attention.
Which sister is this?
You know that this is your sister Thalia.
Huh.
She's very carefree and very musically gifted.
I see. So he probably like meets up with their group and is probably like listening to their idle chatter, but not really. It's kind of just like, I'm here enough to make you think that I care slightly more than I do, while they're like talking away about what was just happening. And he sees her, and he does the like lean forward squint, and then he goes, "Oh, what is she doing here? What is she doing here?"
Ooh,
Thinking about whether or not he should actually tell her.
do you see someone you know? I'm like
You,
gonna look around.
Points to Dev. You know that girl up there?
Do I know Thalia?
Nope, never seen her before. She's not dressed like a Witchlight hand. She does have a very ornate pair of flowy white wings on her back, but typically most of the hands tend to wear monarch wings specifically. She doesn't seem like anybody who works at the carnival, at least from what you've seen.
Nah, she looks more like someone who's just on with the flow. Like maybe you should see how joyous she is. We could do something like that for you too, friend.
If you'll excuse me, he's gonna start making his way over there.
Oh, looks like he wants to. I like look at the other two and I'm like,
Well,
I
I'm
guess
not
we'll
going to
follow him. I
drink
guess.
I'm not gonna drink
Oh,
this
shit.
wine by myself.
Does he want-
I got my like victory bottle, so I'm just holding it. I'm gonna follow him.
Take care of that. I'll
so-
kind of loosely follow at a distance.
I'm gonna be the very back. I don't wanna eavesdrop.
Dub wants to eavesdrop.
Yeah, no.
Okay, all right. So,
Cool.
yeah, Don, as you trudge up there, you actually are able to intercept this group, and as you get closer, you see that the small creatures or beings that were following her are rodents, rats, and mice. And they're dancing on two legs behind her. And when the crowds come together and do those circular dances, they form like a smaller circle in the middle where they like run around each other in circles.
That's really cool.
And they're following her in a little parade, and like if she starts like swaying, they all start doing it behind her. And they're just snaking their way along this path near where you guys are. Are you approaching her directly or just like checking out what's going on?
I'm approaching her directly.
Okay, yeah, you are able to do so. She has this pan flute. You can see she actually usually has like a little trumpet, and that is cinched around her waist. But she has this flute that you've never seen her play this before. And she's just tooting away, and she looks at you, and she like kind of stops for a second and says, "Oh, everybody, hold on, okay? That's my brother. Hi, Don."
No.
And she runs over to you. And she's like gonna try. She's basically, if you let her, is gonna jump and try to like hug you. She's very short, but she's gonna like hug you around your neck and just kind of like hang on to you.
Yeah, he'll let her. She's family.
I don't know what he anticipated.
And then he like puts his hand on his back. You didn't need to announce. What are you doing here?
Well, I should ask you the same question. Adonis, what are you doing here? At a carnival? I mean, I'm so happy that you're here, but don't you have work?
Just call me Don. I'm on. I'm on leave.
Oh, okay. Are you feeling all right? That was a little weird. But I mean, leave is great. I'm glad. I don't think I've ever heard of you taking leave before.
It was important.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're right. If you took leave to come here, it is important. It's so much fun.
It's.
Look at what I got. Did you get anything like this? And she'll hand you this pan flute, and it has this. It's made out of very dark reeds that are very long, and they kind of in that typical shape of a pan flute. They get smaller, and she'll like hand it over to you, and you can see it actually has like along the bracket that kind of keeps it all together, there's like very fine engravings of like little mice and music notes on it.
I like
Go ahead.
see a fellow bard, and I straighten up a little bit, and I'm like, oh, professional. Let's look professional.
I can't say that I did, but I'm glad you're having fun.
Aw, thanks, Donnie. You know, I'm just really happy to see that you're here. I don't think anybody would have expected that you would have come here, but it's so great that you did. I mean, we all went when we were kids, but you know, well, so here's the thing. You know, I got this, and I think you could get something like this too, because I was the most cheerful person in a spontaneous dance competition that sprung up or in another area of the carnival, and actually, where's the one who gave this to me? Oh, and she'll kind of like put her hands on to your shoulders and like boosts herself up and basically like is trying to force you to give her a piggyback ride so she can see over.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, he's there! Right there! Hey, come over here! And she'll gesture to somebody, that actually, Dove, you recognized. You see, sauntering out of the crowd is a servitor, torso of a man, very deep, kind of olive-toned skin, with a messy mop of silky black hair, large antlers that protrude from his head, a dappling of white little dots all over his shoulders and his face. But below his belly button, his body actually turns into that of a charcoal gray, almost black deer, ending in very delicate cloven hooves. And you can see he's also draped in very, very fine silks of a variety of different colors, and he has like basically a train of flowers like hanging off of all of the tines of his antlers, so that like when he turns his head, it's like swooshes like a little curtain. And he kind of will like dance up.
Wait.
And he'll kind of smile at Thalia, but then sees you, Dove, and is like,
Cypress! Hi!
Uh-huh.
I'll like act professional. I'll like freak out and I'll be like, a good seeing you here.
you know, Dove, you don't have to talk to me like I'm working, but you're not. You're my friend. We can just talk.
I know. Yeah, totally.
You look really good right now. Did you do your hair differently tonight?
I mean, yeah, I was, I wanted to do it a little different because I wanted to see if I could maybe like a little something with berry and moonshine in the tent tonight. But probably not. I'm probably not allowed to. But if I could just maybe like get a little time in the big top, that would be really cool. I just want to make sure I look really good.
Right.
Bosses.
Yeah. Your secret's safe with me. I won't say nothing. Who are your friends?
Oh, yes, of course. This year's Clover, Ego, and Dawn. Hi. And Dawn's sister, Thalia.
Oh, well, I've met Thalia. She's quite entertaining. Very good dancer. The likes of which could only be surpassed by someone like me, of course. But, pleasure to meet you all.
She's a better dancer than you.
He was about to bow to all of you, and he just kind of stops and like, gives you a little smile.
Words.
Well, that all remains to be seen. Oh, sorry, hold on. Just saw your message, Danica. He recovers from all of that and gives a very like elaborate bow where he like leans his body all the way down and even kind of like kneels with his little deer legs too. And he'll say, well, it's lovely to meet you all. Any friend of Dove's is a friend of mine, of course. My name is Cypress Vanilla Willow, but you can just call me Cy or Cypress or Vanilla Willow, it's fine.
Pretty awesome.
Foremost flutist, I don't know how to, Victoria doesn't know how to say that word. Foremost flute player and dancer of the Witchlight Carnival. Merrymaker in all things.
I pull out my little pan flute. He's been teaching me a little something too, He's a really good teacher.
It's so nice to meet you.
Oh, it's lovely to meet you too, lass. You're quite pretty, aren't you?
Oh, thanks.
I like your little ears. And he'll kind of like flick your ear lightly and kind of he flicks his own because he also has big like deer ears. He doesn't have, from what you can see, humanoid ears. And Thalia will kind of like gesture. She'll look at you, Dawn, and gesture back and be like, "Isn't that so cool? Like, I mean, he's like basically the lead dancer at this whole carnival, and he thought that I was the best dancer of all the guests."
Donna's gonna like lean down and be like, "Be careful around him. He looks like a freak."
I know. That's kind of why I wanted to hang out with him.
No.
You can't tell me what to do. If you can outdance me, then you can tell me what to do. But until then, I mean, you're not the best, so you don't make any of the orders. Sorry.
That's not how things work.
It might be how things work here.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. That's how it always worked at home. You know, Mom and Dad, they always kind of thought what you do is a little weird, but they love my music.
Alia, if you keep talking, I'm gonna put your next allowance into a trust fund instead of giving it to you.
Nuh-uh. No, you're not. No, you're not. I wanted to buy new dresses. You know,
Oh.
there's dresses that have really, really long wrist tassels, and they can actually help to really enhance your choreography.
That sucks. I might just have to put it away for a rainy day.
You're so mean, and she'll kind of give you like a little punch in your shoulder. You know,
I'm gonna nudge-
everybody. Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, you.
I was just gonna nudge Cypress because I know what Cypress likes to do to buzzkills, and I'm gonna like nod at Don and give him a knowing look. Just be like,
He'll nod back at you, and he looks like he's going. You can't quite tell what he's doing, but it looks like he's going to reach into his robes to like, if he has like a little pocket in there. But Thalia will turn to the rest of you and say, you know what, just don't even listen to Don. He can kind of be a buzzkill sometimes, but he's actually sometimes really fun, in his own weird little way. He's my brother.
I don't see how being.
He was really good at the poetry.
Don't tell her that I didn't.
Donnie, Donnie, you recited poetry.
No, I didn't. I just said words at a person.
Oh my gosh, you know, Dawn, if I just... I'm so excited. I'm gonna tell Mom and Dad, and then maybe they'll be able to tell everybody else, and then maybe we can find you, you know, a nice partner, somebody who really loves poetry and the arts to really bring that out for you. I think everybody deserves to find love, and you've just been working for so long. You need to take a break. You know, let some of the steam off. It's okay to sow your wild oats, Dawn.
He like claps in front of her face.
What?
Talia.
What?
Partners are too much maintenance.
That's not true. Love is the easiest task of all, Dawn.
No, I can save far more money if I just stay in my one-bedroom apartment by myself.
Victoria.
Yes.
All of these people have been talking around me. I would like to pop the cork on the champagne bottle.
Yeah, you can. Give me 1 second because that
Killed me. No.
Ego just sees all of these people talking and is just like been thumbing it with like their nail, and I'm just gonna pop it open because there's enough people here to drink now.
So as soon as you pop the bottle on the bottle of Witchlight wine, you start to hear calliope music coming from the bottle, and it's actually like harmonizing with the calliope music that, now that you think about it, you've heard the entire time that you've been in the carnival, but you haven't seen a calliope. And it's this very cheery little, very airy tune, because calliopes kind of have that like airy, windy sound to them. But it keeps going. It keeps going. It's still going.
Is it loud enough that everyone is like, "Hey, yo"?
The couple of people that are around you, like, hear it. Like, all of the party hears it. Thalia would hear it. Cypress would hear it.
Perfect.
On jumps.
I pull a goblet that hangs off of my waist belt and go,
Already prepared.
Let's see. Oh my god, why isn't it jumping?
Should have drinks now.
Give me 1 second.
While I'm pouring the drink, but that's fine, because while I'm pouring the drink for Dove, I will say, because I did overhear you being like, you're getting all like fancy because you see a bard. You don't have to be a bard to play a musical instrument. I play a musical instrument. I'm not a bard.
Dude. You seem like the bookish type. Not quite like the musical type. What instrument do you play?
I like put the like wine bottle just on the ground.
I'll pick it up.
And I go into my my little satchel bag, which probably, gosh, if it's okay, I would like my backpack to just be made out of like a giant spider thorax, and my backpack is the spider legs.
Sure.
Cool. So it just goes like one of those drawstring bags, and I pull out a little silver trumpet, probably similar to Dawn's sister.
I also, and I'm gonna pull out a pan flute.
Straight. Literally, like, the most straightest, because you can't, like, smile while playing a trumpet
No, you're
anyway.
Surprise me. I think Dove is evaluating. It's trying to place Ego. And it's like, these multitude of things I've seen don't quite line up. Which music player? She's not had met many, so she's trying to place it.
I stare you down. How tall are you again?
I'm the size of a halfling, so
Right. So looking down at you, like, I pull the trumpet away from my lips, and I'm just like, keep guessing. And I put the trumpet back in my bag, and then I just pull the little drawstring that goes.
I sip the wine and like kind of glare evaluatingly.
Yeah, so Clover, when you pick up the bottle of wine, Cypress will actually walk over to you and say, "Oh, here, love, let me get that for you. Thalia, you want one too? Come here, lass." And we'll call her over, and she'll say, "Oh, Dawn, just hold on a second. I want to try some of this. I've seen people drinking it. It looks really tasty."
How old is she again?
Well, how old are you?
I am, I believe...
I think you're in your, like, mid-20s, right?
Yeah, like 23 or something. 22 or 23.
She's 16.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Fine.
queen.
She'll trot over, and Cypress, from like a small bag that he has underneath his robes, will actually pull out a few small little goblets, just basic wood ones. He'll hand one to you, he'll hand one to Thalia, and he'll pour yours. He kind of leans down to, like, he can't really put his arm around you because he's like over 6 feet tall and you're like barely 3, but he'll kind of put his hand on, like, the back of your head and just, like, rub it a little, and then he, like, he uses his other hand to pour a glass for Thalia, and he puts an arm probably also on the back of her head, and it's just like patting you guys, and well, we'll hand the bottle to back to Ego, and is just kind of there and starts, like, making small talk with the two of you, Clover and Thalia, and so the wine is a very light red, and it's very clear. It's not like there's no sedimentation. You can see that there is a very slight fizz to it, and it's almost pink, but it's not quite a rosé. And when you smell it, it doesn't. You pick up on the flavors, but it's like smelling those childhood memories of having a great time and losing yourself in the fun. Like, that is the smell that you get, and you don't know how else to quantify it.
Just hold
so
it under my nose.
For Dove, when you taste it, there's notes of so many different fruits, and you get like a little bit of lavender there, but then all of a sudden almost honey and like cherries, grapes, and it's just a very strong flavor, and it's it just gives you this feeling, a brief feeling of euphoria. Like, again, like being a child on a holiday, and this is actually probably something that's very foreign, a foreign feeling for Dove, of being a child and getting a gift that you really wanted, and being, like, so excited for it. And you just feel that brief, like, heart-lifting moment when you sip it. And then after you swallow, you get that burning alcohol aftertaste.
Question?
Oh, you go first.
Good question. Do I know where... Do I get the sense that Thalia's little pan pipes are making the mice follow her? So because you work at the carnival and you're friends with Sai, you don't even have to make a roll. Yes, this is a thing that he likes to do. He doesn't do it every night,
just sometimes, he will basically go into a place, a part of the carnival that's very crowded, and just start a spontaneous dance and see who joins in, and anybody who either like plays their own music or sings or is just a really good dancer, he will give special magical instruments to. And this flute, you suspect, has the ability to make rodents dance.
Have I asked could I ask Cypress to see if he has any more of those?
I mean, yeah, you can certainly try.
That mouse you gave to that girl over there. Any more of those?
Why'd you ask?
Just for a little plan later tonight, you know? Just a little fun. You know?
Is it a loan or a gift?
Loan.
What are you gonna loan me in return? You know it's always tit for tat.
How about I loan you... What do I have to loan you? I could loan you my... Oh, I do have an interesting trinket. I wrote it down, but I'm trying to remember what it is off the top of my head, so I have to go find it.
Yeah, okay, so it should be, I think it might be pinned to our private channel, but while you're doing that, I will go back to the rest of the group briefly. Thalia will, after Cypress turns to talk to Dove, will kind of trot back up to Dawn and hold up her cup that she got from him. Dawn, you should really try it, it's really good. Also, you don't have to tell Mom and Dad that I had a little bit. You know I'm old enough now. And you don't have to withhold my allowance, because if you do, I'll headbutt you. And you can't headbutt me back, because you do this little awful thing to yourself, and she'll kind of rub your forehead and is, like, trying to tug at your hair a little bit.
So, it's to keep everything neat and tidy, first of all. They're too unruly.
Ew! Who cares about neat and tidy when you can just have fun?
I care about neat and tidy. Second of all, you're only barely old enough.
Well, then you have to have some to make sure that I don't have too much, and she'll push the cup more insistently at you.
Oh my god, I hate when you're right. And he'll take it. And he, like, holds out the hand, and he'll say, are you the only one here, or are the others trotting around causing mischief too?
Well, gosh, you know, it's so hard being the gatekeeper of all of this information, and, you know, I think if my allowance got doubled next month, I would actually be able to talk about that, but I just have to work really hard and practice all of my dancing and my music to try to make a living for myself. I'm not really good at managing my money, so that's really unfortunate, Dawn, that you want to know that, and I don't have the time.
If
I had more money...
You and everyone else in this godforsaken... Fine, I'll double your allowance next month.
Pinky promise.
A pinky promise doesn't actually do anything, but sure.
Yes, it does. And she does that, and then she makes you do another and crosses it over.
Yeah,
with
he'll
you.
do it. He'll do it.
Okay, well, so I'm here. I mean, I'm not responsible for everybody else, but, I'm pretty sure Cleo is here. I think Dad said that he might stop by, but I don't know if that was last night or tonight. Let's see who else. I think Urania is here too.
I was expecting more. This is a welcome surprise.
Well,
I feel like you're withholding something.
I'm not. Everybody would love to see you here. You should, I mean, I can go tell them that you're here and you can just meet up in the feasting garden. It'll be really nice. You don't have to do it right now.
Just okay. You know what?
Really?
Fine. Yeah, let them know. I need to talk to them anyway.
Oh my gosh! And she'll start like jumping up and down, which for a satyr, it's
Yeah,
like
going way
she's
up.
going pretty high up, and she's like, "Yeah, oh my gosh, okay, oh my gosh, all right,
Calm down.
flute.
It's not that big of a deal.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish my parade with all the little rats and the mice, and then I will go find everybody. I think I know where they might be, and we'll meet you at the feasting garden, like, in a little while? Maybe after the big top.
Sure.
Okay.
Why are you having a mice parade?
Well, why
Never mind.
not? She'll, kind of, she tries to, like, reach up and grab you, like, by your head, and she'll try to, like, pull you down to, like, give you a little kiss on the cheek, if you allow.
He puts up like fake resistance.
She'll dig her horns in and, like, start really pulling.
Okay. You're gonna stab me in the forehead.
She'll give you like a big hug around your waist and says, "Oh, Donnie, this is so exciting! I'm so happy you're here. Everyone's gonna be so happy that you're here. Okay." And she'll turn to the rest of the party. "It was so nice to meet all of you. Please make sure that Don has lots of fun and goes to every single attraction. But he also has to meet us at the feasting garden sometime after the big top. Doesn't really matter when. We'll figure it out. We'll sync up. But yeah, everybody, bye!" And she'll pick up her flute and start tooting away at it again, and then all of the mice that had kind of been congregating around her feet this whole time, and by extension Dawn's feet, line back up behind her and begin to dance and parade behind her again, and she starts trotting away. Coming back to Dove, did you find the item that you were looking for?
I'm like, found it. Okay. And I show my magnifying glass with no lens. And I'm like, I stole this. And I do it like a little twirl around my fingers. I stole this from a very evil, powerful wizard. You can see all sorts of people of ill intent through its lens. Only particularly evil ones. But it's pretty neat. Because evil people are often buzzkills. So, if you want to go around and find everybody, you could use this.
You make a really good point. And I'm just going to believe you implicitly. Because you're my friend. And that's what friends do.
I think Dove has an unspoken thing with him of just because of the nature of where they are. That a good friend is a friend who can lovingly trick their friend. I feel like they probably trick each other all the time. At least I hope.
Yeah, there's definitely pranks that happen, like, basically all the time. So he will take that and put that into his satchel and dig around and produce for you a set of pipes very similar to the ones that you saw Thalia playing, and will hand them to you, and says, "Just so you know, you have to, like, spend a little time with them to kind of make them actually, like, do the full effect, but the dancing rodents will just happen right away. If you want to do the rest of the stuff, you're gonna need to ruminate on the pipes."
Alright. Smell what you're stepping in, I think.
Yeah.
Let me look up one thing. Give me 1 second. Roleplay amongst yourselves.
I was eyeing that magnifying glass when you said, "Oh, I stole it from a very powerful evil wizard." So, I feel like while you were talking to him, in the background, it looked like I just slid into frame without walking, and now I'm behind you again. Do you have a habit of stealing things from powerful evil wizards? Looming
maybe.
over you.
Maybe. So, you should watch out if you're a powerful evil wizard. Maybe. And she's gonna like dance away uncomfortably and hide behind Clover.
I wanted to know if she had more things.
She's so uncomfortable around Ego still. She's like, I don't know. Plays a trumpet. So
She'll
he
give you a
can't
little
be
bit of
all
cover
bad.
with her wings, and she'll like turn to Dawn. You're so lucky to have such a sweet sister.
Yeah, that's really lucky.
Is it?
Yeah, she seems to really love you.
Honestly, you can have her. I have about 15 more back home.
15?
Maybe 16 now. I don't know what my mom's been up to while I've been gone.
You're
That
so
seems like a
lucky.
Yeah, that sounds really
No,
mouths to feed.
it is.
Yeah,
And you
but
know
all
what
the more
doesn't?
love.
Yeah.
Love does not get food. You know what does get food?
Hard work.
Monthly allowances, of which I send to them.
Oh,
At least you got someone
just-
to send
That's good.
They
something.
just
that's incredible.
dance and yes, all they do is dance and
No,
have fun and
orphan.
the other thing that I
Don't you want?
deign not mention.
But don't you want your family to be happy?
I do.
Well,
I
then-
really,
And
really,
you're
really
doing
do.
it, right? That's really
But-
admirable.
I really wish they could keep a normal job.
Have you tried teaching them?
You try teaching that, and he points off in the direction that Thalia went. How to, like, process meat at a meat plant or something. All she's going to do is sing to it.
I mean, there's
I've
other
watched
jobs.
her.
They can make their own theater troupe together.
I mean, you can make pretty good money doing like cleaning services.
You know, if you could actually clean, I bet you could.
Can.
I'm talking about them.
Oh,
That sounds
I'm sure
awfully
you clean just
specific,
fine.
Clover.
I mean, I've done all sorts of jobs.
Me too. What else have you done? What's the most interesting job you've ever done?
I mean, my favorite job was like working part-time at the bakery because I got to take home the leftovers for free.
Ooh. Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds real nice.
Yeah.
Ego/ink.
Yeah. I was just watching them all interact and how they're talking to each other. I think a couple people tried this the first session, and everyone has kind of a case of not super high intelligence. But I don't think I tried. I would like to try and remember why the interactions of these people are so familiar now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If-
Yeah,
everyone else
I think a couple of us tried. Yeah, I don't think you tried though.
I think. Yeah. So roll a history check, and Danica, I sent you the link to the item in your chat. You can't do the like fighty stuff like until you attune, but this one has a special property that you can make rats dance behind you if you play it.
Ooh.
My high intelligence didn't help me out super much. It's only an 11. Okay.
Yeah, it's not quite coming to you. You get that nostalgic feeling when you're around these people, and yet you've only been around them for a short time. And while you are very intelligent, you also know that a lot of magic and knowledge is uncovered or conversely cloaked in very mysterious ways that you think you will know when the time is right for you to revisit this, and you're getting the feeling like it's not the right time yet. You don't know these people well enough.
That's fine. This also happens every time that I play a really high intelligence character. I can't roll above a 10 on an intelligence check.
Don, what's your passive perception?
Not super high at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10.
Hey, mine too.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Mine's really good. Mine's 14.
Nice.
Okay, so None of you quite notice how it got there, but after all of this commotion, you kind of look over at Don and you notice that there's like a little bit of glitter in his hair. Like something sparkly.
Got a little something there. Your hair, Don.
Huh?
It's pretty.
So Don, you go to open your mouth to say huh, and words don't come out, only pink bubbles do.
Oh my god.
Oh!
I'm gonna pop them. Sorry, Don, what was that?
Try
Sorry.
again?
Oh, go ahead, try again.
He mouths something very, very rude.
Stream of pink bubbles come out of his mouth.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
no! What happened?
I look over if Cypress, I'm guessing if Cypress is on their way. Like, if they.
He started following the procession, but it hasn't gotten that far yet, and he is at the very end, just kind of like trailing back, looking at you, and when you make eye contact with him, he winks and then trots on his way.
Nice.
And you actually can see, like, on the back of his little deer rump is a little green-skinned pixie. She's just sitting there and she waves at you. Don, after a minute, you can speak normally.
I hate this place.
I'm gonna take full advantage of the minute and be like, well, off to to our next attraction. What do you guys think? Fortune teller, Thunderdome, or a tower toppler? We're all recommended.
Who hasn't gotten to choose yet?
This guy. And
Dawn
myself.
didn't get to choose, and Dove didn't get to choose.
How about Thunderdome?
He tries to say no, but it's just bubbles.
I'm popping them.
Like, yeah. And I'm gonna march.
I follow.
Okay.
Let's go. Sounds fun.
Yes, so
Yeah, I'll go.
you guys can make your way to the Thunderdome. There's a bug. Got it.
Nice.
Gross.
Job.
Which you guys are actually very close to. You don't have to go too far to do it from where you were doing the gnome poetry. It's just up here on the Roll20. As you approach, you see a rather large tent that, from all the tents that you've seen so far, is really only dwarfed by the massive big top. It has yellow wooden paneling on the walls that the paint moves and makes little flashes, just like little explosions. Think of like the explosion emoji.
Aw.
It's just like doing those in multicolors. The top of it actually has 5 different bent, kind of curly peaks, and at the tip of each of those there's stars and little moons, and the fabric itself has a sort of pink swirly pattern, so it looks like a very spiky cupcake almost when you approach. And we're actually going to take our break here because the Thunderdome has some involvement to it, and I would like to get a break in before we do that. So we will be back in like 5 to 7 minutes. Please hang tight for the second part of this episode as our characters approach the Thunderdome.
Hell yeah, BRB fam.
Hi, y'all. Welcome back to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Let's jump right back in. When we left off, our characters were approaching the Thunderdome. A large round tent lies before you with 5 whimsical peaks affixed with glittering moons and stars. A bold sign that reads Thunderdome in all caps arches over the entrance, glowing slightly. You see a gnome with frizzled patches of hair. She wheels out in a little wheelchair and shouts, "Come test your brawn in the Thunderdome!" over the sound of explosive magic from inside of the tent. Why is my watch making noise at me? Shut up.
Do people fight here?
Why, yes, you do. In fact, you get to fight conjurations of my own make. It is, after all, the superior school of magic, and I am a master of it.
I squint.
Oh, don't worry, it's all perfectly safe. I have the ability. This is the wonderful thing about conjuration magic. I can make them go away at any time if I feel that it's getting a little unsafe in there. Would you like to participate?
This sounds very dangerous. Looks over at Dove, who was the one who suggested we go here.
I mean, it's wizard shit, so of course it's dangerous. But it is fun to crush 10 things. It's good. Get a little anger out, you know? You look like you have a lot of anger inside you, Dawn, that you maybe want to release.
You know, it has been building since I met a certain person today.
Yeah. Yeah. Get in there then.
I would like to test if conjuration is the most powerful magic.
Wonderful. Then if you would please present your ticket. And anybody who wants to participate, she will do another punch in your ticket. So that means all of you now have 2 punches because gnome poetry is free. So please make sure you guys are recording that.
Actually punch it.
Yeah, please. I mean, I wouldn't, but you can. You just write it somewhere on your character sheet notes or something. And she will wheel her way in to the tent, which you can follow. Is anyone not? We're all going in?
Oh, I don't think Clover was going to, but then she punched her ticket before she could say no because she was like hesitating, and now she's like, yeah, this is my luck. This is my fate. And she's like at the very back, like kind of shuffling her feet, like, oh no.
She probably won't last long. I follow.
Yeah, so as you enter, it takes a moment for your senses to adjust when you enter the tent. As there are loud bangs thundering all across this large space, as these bright lights just dance and dazzle around. Carnival goers stand shoulder to shoulder as they watch the last moments of a Thunderdome battle, the excitement nearly as palpable as the thick smell of ozone in the air. You see in the arena below a few panels that make up the perimeter of that 30-foot square arena begin to glow and vibrate slightly, and you watch as the crowd, all of them move to cover their ears, and another deafening boom shakes through the space, and you all for a second like almost lose your hearing, and then everybody just starts cheering. So this gnome will turn to you all and say, now you're interested in actually participating, so would you like a breakdown of the rules, or do you just want to sort of have at it?
Rules, please.
Excellent. So in the Thunderdome, you will compete against 3 waves of conjured enemy creatures. If you defeat all 3 waves, you will win a prize. But you must be careful, as you see these panels, and she'll point again to the walls of the space, have been infused with conjured lightning strikes that will sweep across the battlefield, so you have to be very careful, but don't worry. As I said, I am responsible for everybody's safety amongst all the participants. No harm will come to you, mostly. And I, in addition, have these for you, and she will gesture over to a section on the wall where there's actually a little shelf, and you see these bright yellow suits that are hanging, and they have this very bright shine to them. This material sort of helps to protect you both with its thickness and also to make sure that none of the lightning does any permanent damage.
Lovely.
Oh, and don't worry about the crowd. There's a wall of force. They can't get hurt by it. So you can just have at it and do what you will in there. If you wouldn't mind, they're organized by size here, and you can just put one on, and then when you're ready, we can get you in.
The smallest size.
Yeah, small size.
Just
like rubber suits? Is that what we're...
They're literally yellow rubber suits.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna drop something in Maps handouts and picks.
in the roll.
So
20.
there's I'm gonna move you guys in a second on here. Sorry, give me. So in the Maps handouts and picks channel up in the in-game fun, I dropped a little item description thing.
Ooh. This suit, a thunder suit. I'll read this for anyone watching. A thunder suit. The suit is made of rubbery yellow material and covers the entire body up to the neck. At 1 quality is suit up. In action, a creature wearing this can gain temporary hit points equal to their hit point maximum. Item cannot be used this way until recharged at the Thunderdome. Safety measures. When the temporary hit points are depleted, the wearer is instantly teleported, as if by Misty Step, to a safe viewing area. Nice.
Okay.
Do they look dapper, or do they look like the Monsters Inc. hazmat guys?
It's a mix of that and Ghostbusters kind of thing. It's a big onesie. And it covers basically your entire body, and there's little black gloves and black booties that are physically attached to it. It's all one big piece that you have to step in, and this woman Orla will help zip them up, and it basically gets you all the way, and there's a little cowl that kind of comes over your head.
As soon as I'm suited up, Ego is going to twirl a finger in one little strand of hair and then tug it like pulling a drawstring, and I'm going to cast Disguise Self and make it look like I'm wearing my regular clothes.
So Disguise Self is an illusion spell, right?
Yeah. I can change how my clothes look. That's part of it.
So when she sees you do this, she'll kind of cock an eyebrow at you and say, an illusionist, are you?
No.
Oh. Well, that's well enough. You don't need to be listening to what Zafixo says over there at the Mystery Mine. It's a load of rubbish. Illusion is inferior to conjuration. Do what you will, though.
I narrow my eyes at Ego. Could do that too.
Cool.
I'm very narrow-eyed. I'm just gonna, again, I'm go stand next to Clover.
Well, just as you're about to, I go, "Ugh."
Did you see that? I talking to Clover, hey, crazy? No. Is he normal? Is he?
Everyone's unique.
So, basically number one, I moved you all to a different map on Roll20. You should just be seeing a tent layout and your tokens, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to control... Can you guys control your tokens?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Sick. Okay. So, basically, when you put on the suit, you are activating the suit up feature, so all of you can go onto your D&D Beyond character sheets or just on paper, whatever. Basically, give yourself temp hit points that is equal to what your hit point maximum already is.
Okay.
And that's gonna kind of be your hit points for this event. And then you all can go onto the Roll20 and position yourselves where you would want to be on this map within the inner square portion of it.
Mm.
I'm gonna go right here. Actually, no, I'm gonna go over here.
Oh, I can't move myself.
Can you ping where you want to go?
Yeah. Hold on.
I have it controlled by
Yeah,
all players.
because I can
Yeah.
move you, Graf.
There,
Sorry.
there you go.
I cannot.
So,
I'm the only one who can't move me. Ahim.
okay. So, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
Roll baby.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about the physical dice today, guys.
Did you
Well-
prime them?
No. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay!
Okay, so 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
18.
19.
So, Dawn was 19 and Clover was 18?
Yeah.
15 to 10.
10.
12.
Okay. Give me 1 second. There's a number of things to track here for this. Oh, shit. Okay, and then... Alright. So, you all get into position, and then when you're ready, you can signal to Orla, who, with a wave of her hand, you see a little shimmer in the walls around this arena kind of go up. And you can still see and hear through everything, but that's probably her wall of force that's going up. And with that, she then like raises her hands and gestures them out, and you can see before you appearing here, and here. If you can see this on the roll 20, 3 flumps appear in the arena with you, kind of floating and bobbing around. They're these like maybe 2 or 3 feet across, these sort of disc-like floating creatures with little bluish tentacles that hang below them, and on top of their head they have these 2 eye stalks that kind of weave around and look at you, and they have like little mouths that are smiling. And then at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that works out pretty well. You can see, just after they are summoned, on the walls, over here, and over here, the panels begin to glow. And at the top of the order is the Flumps, which I was not expecting. They rolled a natural 20. Okay, so this Flump is going to come over to you, Dawn, and is going to hit you with a tentacle. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, you take 4 piercing damage
Ow.
and 1 acid damage.
Oh god.
Okay, and at the end of your turn, when we get there, you'll need to make a con save.
Okay.
This Flump is gonna do the same thing to you, Dove.
Like to see it.
Not good. 11. Does that hit?
It just hits.
Oh no, okay. You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Hmm.
And 2 points of acid damage.
Woo!
Oh.
And then this flump over here is going to hit Ego. Because he's right there. Does a 16 hit?
I will cast shield so that it does not hit me.
Nice.
So
What does that look like?
yes, so I see it hit the other two, so I'm waiting for it, and I put up my hand and I say Aegis, and a little like black glyph just sort of appears in front of my hand, and it just
Yeah, its little
It's
tentacle just slurps against it and leaves a little bit of slime. Next up is Dawn.
This thing hit me.
Yeah, it did.
I'm gonna smack it back. I'm gonna smack it with my suitcase because Don's not carrying any weapons.
Yeah, you're not. So that's probably an improvised weapon. Which the rules on that are kind of fucky wucky. Give me a second. Yo, does anyone know the improvised weapon? Oh, okay,
I know
here we go. I know you know it, Ink. That's why I'm asking. What is it?
So unless he specifically is proficient with improvised weapons, it would just be a d20 plus his strength. And improvised weapons generally do 1d4 damage plus strength. If the improvised item would essentially mimic that of a real weapon, such as a table leg equaling a club, the DM can choose to use those stats in exchange for it, but a briefcase probably is not reminiscent of any weapon.
Yeah, we're gonna give you that. You can do the 1d4 damage. And that's, yeah, so you're gonna roll a d20 plus strength. for
Dirty
where
20.
you're-
16 plus
Yeah,
4.
yeah, that's super gonna hit. It's a flump.
Oh, none of these are d4s. Hold on. So it's a d4 plus 4, I believe, for my damage. 8.
Yeah, so you swing out with your suitcase and just annihilate the flump, and it explodes in a cloud of blue smoke.
It smacks him, and he's like, ow! And he just swings his suitcase around and watches it fly into a wall and explode.
Yeah, it is instantly unalived. Okay, good job. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm gonna move
Oh, let me come
over here, and I'm just gonna put my hands on my hips and watch Dove.
Okay. Just as a note, you did. Just as a note, you did see that this panel lit up.
Oh, right, yeah, here.
Letting you know.
Yeah, here.
Yep. Don may not be super perceptive, but he did see that. Okay. Next up is Clover. Don just annihilated a flump, but the other two are still being harried.
Okay. Okay. So she's gonna focus on the one closest. So I guess that'd be by Dove. This one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can keep rolling.
So she's going to start to purr. And you hear like a low rumble like in that corner, and it kind of gets louder, and as it gets louder, a spectral cat paw reaches out for the fumble, and it's the same color fur as her ears.
Nice.
And I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
Go for it. Is that a saving throw?
I have to roll to hit.
Okay.
12.
That just hits.
Oh,
Roll
shit.
for damage. It's a flump. They're not super.
We're level
armored.
1! We're level 1!
Yeah.
That is 3 necrotic damage. And the
Nice.
necrotic damage turns them pink.
Ooh. Yeah, so the little cat's paw reaches out and takes a swipe at this flump, and then you see a little bit of like kind of pink rash spread across its slimy, flumpy skin, and it kind of lets out a little like. I'm not gonna do the Wookiee noise, but I imagine flumps make Wookiee noises.
Oh my god, yes.
Make that like kind of thing
As
at
a
you.
Bonus action, just because, like, she's kind of freaked out, she's gonna cast Expeditious Retreat.
Go for it. That just lets you like move around faster, right?
Yep, I can
like
use
as a bonus
dash.
action.
I can use dash as a bonus action.
Awesome. Alrighty. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Maybe back up.
You can do that.
Back up a little into the corner.
Awesome. Next up, Dove. So just after this flump smacked you in the face, you saw a little cat's paw, a spectral cat's paw, come out and scratch it, and it has like a little. The flump has a little pink splotch on it now, and it's kind of wavering in the air, but it's still kind of harrying you.
I'm gonna look at it and be like, God, who knew a floating STD could give me such pain? I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on it.
So what do I need to? Do you need me to do anything for that?
For Vicious Mockery, it needs to succeed on a Wisdom save, and it's gonna try to beat
So what is
a
this?
15.
That's a 9.
It is a fail. It goes ahead and takes 4 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Oh. Here's a thing that I missed, so I'm just going to do it collectively with you and also with Dawn. Dawn, as you smack this flump, and Dove, as you kind of see this flump, like, its eye stalks kind of droop, and it, like, makes a frown at you, and just makes, like, a sad Wookiee noise, and then just falls on the ground and explodes. You, are, like, there's a booming noise that kind of comes out with it, and I need both of you to make Dex saving throws.
Okay. Natural 1.
12.
Okay, so, Dawn, you pass.
Oh.
Dove, you take
God.
1, because I literally rolled. You take 1 point of thunder damage.
43 bites of lightning.
Also, let me know when you are through all of your temp hit points. Because that is
Condition of the
that
suit.
will trigger the safety measures on the suit.
Gotcha.
Okay, so next up is Ego, but at the same time, the spots. The spots on the wall that were glowing.
I see a clown. Is a clown supposed to be there?
Nope, that's not supposed to be there. He got. The clown is not supposed to.
I was just willing to let him be there.
He's not going away. Oh no. He won't. He literally won't go away.
Is he on a different layer?
Yeah, he got switched over to the token layer.
There you go.
When I did the little line. Just
frightening.
pretend you didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
I know what you're talking about.
I just thought Ego was gonna have to fight a clown too. I was like, all right, fine, let's go.
It was just kind of
so
afraid.
Ego,
match.
right as you're about to act, Ego, you can see that extending from these glowing panels are these like almost like thunderous lightning like beams, and they begin to. My God, my Apple Watch. They begin to shoot out from those wall panels, and at this point in the like round, they make it about halfway through the arena, and they're shining very brightly and like flashing. But now it's your turn. You can do stuff.
Alrighty, well, that's definitely impressive. I'm going to look at this poor little flump, and I am going to. I swirled my finger around one hair and tugged it earlier. I'm going to swirl my hair around a different clump of hair and tug on that. And a little like black spot is going to start just sort of bubbling up on the flump, and I'm going to cast Hex on it.
Nice.
I say Maledicto.
Mm.
Curse him. I curse his, I don't know, his constitution feels sickly. I don't.
That's the flump throws up a little bit.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And then I am going to produce a little, not little, but a nice little pair of sewing scissors that are sort of like made to look like a swan with a really long beak. And then I'm gonna stab it.
Roll for an attack.
A 12 to hit.
That just hits. Roll damage.
That's going to be 8 piercing and 3 necrotic for 11 total.
Yeah,
Damn.
so you stab this flump directly in the middle of its little flumpy body, and it explodes in a cloud of blue smoke and thunder. Please roll a dex save.
Natural 20 for 24.
You are able to duck out of the way of this thunderous boom just in time. You don't take any damage. So, at the end of the round... Oh, my little... Bro. Token layer. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna just put those over here. At the end of the round... These are just coming up here. I don't have to hide them from y'all anymore. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. You watch as those beams finish their journey across the map and strike into the opposite wall with thunderous force and then dissipate. So for a brief moment, that entire row and column was completely enveloped in like thunder and lightning.
God.
Oh my.
Yeah. And then, that is the end of the first round. At the top of the next round... is... Boop. Boop. So there... You see this panel here lights up. This panel here lights up. And... two gazers. Well, two... Okay, you see two little horribly monstrous heads with one giant eye in the middle and a toothy little maw appear. One is kind of reddish leathery skin and the other one has warty green skin. And atop their head with the singular eye are 4 eye stalks with other little eyes over them, and they're both kind of burbling and murmuring and hovering in the air within the space. And they also rolled extremely well on their initiative, so they are also going to go first. Let's see. So.
Their token scared the shit out of me for a second. I was like, oh my god.
So this flump up here is going to hover this way and turn towards you, Clover. And it is going to direct one of its little eyes toward you. And I need you... Let's roll a d4 to see which one it does, because I don't know how to choose. Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. As this bluish, purpley beam shoots out from its eye and towards you. That is a failure. So as this bluish purpley ray strikes you, you just couldn't move fast enough because you kind of saw you're like, I kind of like purple.
I do.
What's gonna happen? Yeah, you just didn't move fast enough. Oh, sorry. It's a wisdom saving throw. That's what you did, right?
Yeah, it's plus 2. So yeah, 10.
It strikes you, and you this thing is so cute. And you just really want to be friends with it. You don't want to hurt it. and you're also just you're just kind of vibing. Like you feel like you don't really need to like move around a whole lot. You don't want to hit it, so you are charmed by this creature. Your speed is halved, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
No.
Speed is half, but I can still dash, right?
Yes, but your movement speeds are just halved.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
This gazer, let's roll a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is going to go for you, Ego. And let's roll another d4 for the Ray. Roll a strength saving throw.
Oh, okay. An 18 minus 2 for 16.
Yeah, so this reddish ray shoots out at you, and you actually feel this like wave of energy kind of pass through your whole body, and for a moment you feel yourself lift up into the air a little bit, like this beam is just gonna like lift you somewhere, but you're able to kind of exert your own strength, and you make yourself heavy like a little kid, and you resist.
I ate a big breakfast and I haven't gone to the bathroom yet. It's the only reason.
So you are able to resist that one. And this guy is gonna move over here. And next up, we have Dawn.
Done.
Yes, Dawn.
Right. It's
Go
time.
on.
Adonis.
Go Adonis. Yeah.
Donnie.
Walks over to it. Sees that it shot Clover with something, but I don't really know what's going on here. I'm just like, this is easy. 16 to hit.
Hits.
Oh,
Roll
plus
for
4.
damage.
Where do all my d4s keep going?
Clover just has like the heart anime eyes.
5 bludgeoning damage as I bonk it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to bonk it, and it kind of goes spinning in the air a little bit before it recovers and starts bobbing again, and it turns back to you and is making that weird burbling, like mumbling sound at you and gnashing its teeth. But you did a number on it, but it's still holding strong. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
He just goes, ugh, that's only a face a mother could love. No end of turn.
Nice. All right, Clover. Dawn just hit your friend, and you're not necessarily feeling aggressive towards Dawn, but it makes you kind of sad.
Why'd you do that?
He shot you.
He's my friend.
Oh, Clover. Oh, God. No.
Do I feel threatened by the other one at least, or no?
No.
Okay, no, alright. I'm just gonna start flying. And
you
pouting.
You really need to pick your friends better.
But you're my friend too!
I barely know you. I'm sorry.
I just sit with my hurt feelings when I turn.
Yeah, you're just kind of hovering in the air and crying and being sad.
Cross-legged, just hovering.
Cross-legged, pouting.
I'm gonna yell at Dawn. How could you? Look at her! Could you make it wrong?
What did I do?
We're fighting.
Okay, Clover, anything else you want to do on your turn? You're just vibing.
Not vibing. I'm
Okay.
pouting and vibing.
Nice. Next up, Dove. Clover's feeling pretty hurt, but she also she's no longer interested in attacking these creatures and is now just floating above the sky, and there's still 2 gazers left. Their eye stalks.
She doesn't make a save on her turn to try to escape it?
Good question. I don't know.
Let me check. Nope.
No, it's in. Yeah, you're right. Yep. No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Gazers.
No. Okay. I'm gonna go after the one that made Clover feel all woozy in the head.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I've noticed that Ego kind of knows what he's doing, and I'm gonna begrudgingly be like, you're a trumpet man. Trumpet person, and I'm gonna let that Let that guide my vision of you. I'm gonna give like a little wink and a little bardic inspiration for Ego. Like this, but I will. I'm gonna do it.
Nice.
This is the magic over.
Ego's like,
And then I'm gonna go ahead. That's my bonus action. With my action, I'm gonna go ahead on this one gazer. I'm gonna cast. It's in Unearthed Arcana. I'd never heard of it. It's called Id Insinuation.
Yeah, that's a good spell.
Yeah,
Love that
I'm gonna
spell. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna unleash a torrent of conflicting desires, and it's mine. So it would be like, does it want to go like comfort Clover? Does it want to go like kill Dawn? Does it want to like go give its friend a kiss? It doesn't know, you know. So I'm gonna need it to save a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Or it'll be incapacitated and take 1d12 psychic damage.
Ooh, very good.
Forgot
That's
how
a
good
dirty.
That spell is.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
sorry.
Alright. Doesn't work. Curse
Yeah.
it anyways.
That was
It has
a good spell,
decided.
though.
Yeah, it has decided what it wants to do, and that's kiss its friend.
I would like that.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
That is all I can do.
Okay. So, after Dove is Ego and also the arena. So,
Yeah.
once again,
Ego goes, you forgot to move after
Meant to
you
move. No, yeah, you did. No, because because here's the thing. She said she was going up to this creature to attack it. You just didn't move the token.
It's true.
You did specifically say that. I was gonna move you myself, but
Ego was like, get obliterated in the back by thunder. No, it's fine. I'm also
yep. So those thunderous beams appear once again and start covering each row and column there in the arena. Ego, what are you doing? You got a beam right in front of you.
I do have a beam right in front of you. Does that beam actually block my line of sight to that gazer, by the way? Or can I still see it?
Well, they are like 5 feet around. So how tall are you?
I am 4'10".
If you jump. There's also the other one.
Yeah, there is also the other. Like, time's like slowed down for Ego, and I'm seeing that beam going for that one.
It's true.
I wouldn't hop, but can I look under it and shoot something at the other?
Yeah,
gazer?
sure.
Okay, so Ego's gonna roll their eyes at the fact that they have to lay on the ground, but I'm gonna lay on the ground. God, I got myself there. So sorry. Still tugging my hair, so I'm gonna use my bonus action while kind of piloting myself like Ratatouille with my hair to move my hex to this gazer.
This one over here.
The one in between Deb and Dawn, yes.
Yeah.
While rolling my eyes, I'm gonna hold out my other hand with my finger out, and I'm going to say Ignis. And I'm going to trace just a simple triangle in the air with a little red light. It's gonna make a little firebolt appear, and I'm gonna shoot it.
Roll for attack.
Okay, Witcher. Surprise.
I want to use your bardic inspiration that you gave me. Is it a D6?
Also remember, Clover and Dove also have a D6 inspo.
So you're gonna turn my 11, the little sparkles help me out. You're gonna turn my 11 into a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Thank you. So that's going to be 1 fire damage. We love cantrips. And 2 necrotic damage.
A little spark flies out and hits the gazer, and it gets a little scorch mark on its little gazer booty. That it's still there. Is that your turn?
Ego's like, what did she do to my magic? I guess I'm still laying down prone.
Yeah.
I roll onto my back and I just feel dejected at my magic being lame, so I just roll on my back and I go and tilt my head to the side and look at the wall.
Aw. At the end of the round, the beams finish and they cover the whole space, and the gazer that is there is gonna have to make a save to get out of the way. The gazer did not roll super great.
Good.
Oh, he actually did just make it. So he only takes 2 thunder damage.
100 billion damage.
Okay. Next round. Boop. And that one's staying there. The panels light up once again. Over here and over here. And then the gazers are going to go. And now they're mad because y'all have been messing with them. And also because I forgot that they can actually target 2 of you at the same time. I'm gonna have them target 2 of you at the same time now. So this one that's being harried by like 3 of you is going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4. Ego. Gotta re-roll that.
I'm laying on the floor. Kill me. I deserve it.
And Dawn. So Ego, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. Dawn, you also need... Nope, wait, hold on. Gotta reroll duplicates. You need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
This is a spell and or other magical effect, right?
They are called magical eye rays, so yes, it is magical.
Then I roll it at advantage.
Yeah, so, Ego, what'd you get?
9. I'm laying on the floor, so that makes sense.
Okay. I'm sorry for what's about to happen.
15.
Did you just disintegrate me?
I did not disintegrate you, but you're lucky I rolled pretty low. So you take 4 points of cold damage as a third eye ray that you hadn't seen turn on before. A pale blue light extends from it, and it strikes into you as you're laying on the floor there, and just begins to freeze all over your body.
Level 1 wizards, y'all. I don't look too good.
And then, what did Dawn roll?
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you see that same dark purpley blue beam strike into you, and for a second you kind of like hear a message in your mind of the gazer being like, please love me, but you're like, nah, fuck you, you're ugly.
Yeah. He like hears the message in his mind, and he said, I already said I don't do commitment.
Yeah, so you are not charmed by this creature. And then the one that's down here is going to target Ego. And Dawn again.
Oh no.
Okay, so Ego, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. Dawn, you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, dice. 10.
14.
Okay, so Ego, you see this kind of orange beam strike out at you, and instantly, like, you feel such a deep fear in the pit of your heart that the likes of which you've never felt before. You are frightened by this creature until the start of its next turn. And Dawn, you see that pale blue light streak towards you, but you kind of got a glimpse of what it did to Ego, so you bounce out and kind of jump out of the way. Or
I imagine he sees it coming, and he just like waves his hands out and smacks it away.
Yeah, and you do not take any damage.
Because he has natural magic resistance. So he's like, get out of here with that.
Yeah. Next is Dawn. It is your turn.
You said Dawn?
Yeah, it's Dawn's turn.
Yeah, done. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, the initiative for
Wow.
you guys is just staying the same.
I'm gonna fucking headbutt this fucking eye thing.
Go for it.
I can headbutt.
Yeah.
Thalia, I can headbutt people.
It hurts
God.
extra. It's just your skull instead of your horns.
21 to hit. 15.
That hits.
This is also still just a D4.
Okay.
5.
And with that, this gazer, as your head collides with it, you actually don't feel a whole lot of pain in your skull because it just kind of explodes in a puff of gas around you. And it is defeated. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay, next up is Clover. Clover, now that gazer's turn is over, that's not your friend. Also, it's dead. Oh. Sounds like you're muted.
Okay. She's gonna. Yeah, then if that's the case, she's kind of just gonna like shake herself out of it, kind of like how a cat does a little stretch, and she's gonna fly above the beam part to get a better look and do another chill touch at the gazer.
Okay, roll for an attack.
Cat paw.
Man, she's cheating.
9.
Unfortunately, your cat paw reaches out towards this creature, but it very quickly kind of floats above it. Like it starts to just fly up to the height that you're at meet 5 eyes with you.
Oh no! I'm gonna use my full moment to just keep running away from it.
It doesn't actually like move because its turn is already over, but it you know what I mean. So yeah. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna stay hovering.
Okay, sounds good. Dove, the gazer that you were there trying to tag team with Dawn has been defeated. There's one left in the corner.
I think I'd pulled out my dagger to just be like, fuck it! Ah! And then as I was trying to stab it, Dawn kills it, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like running across to the other one.
Okay.
Like a little monstrous gremlin, like super villainously. I'm just gonna run over, and I'm gonna try to stab it with the dagger.
Roll for attack.
Let's see, plus 3, 13?
That just hits. Roll damage.
Oh. Okay. Right. Just a little D4 with my dex. You know, better than all my spells because I'm a little baby. Yeah, 4 plus 2, 6. 6 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
Just stab it in one of its eyes.
Yeah, you do. You stab it right in the eye stalk, and you see that stalk kind of just like falls over a little bit. The eye on it is still like trying to move around, but it's just like very flaccid now.
Ew! I know you made me ooh. Like,
anything else you want to do on your turn?
It has ED, eye stalk dysfunction.
I don't feel bad for him. I want an attack of opportunity, so I think I'm just gonna stay right here.
Alrighty. Next up is Ego and the Thunder Charges. Boop. You know what happens here. Not gonna explain it anymore. Ego.
I am frightened.
The gazer has... Yeah, you're frightened.
I am laying on my back looking at it upside down.
Yeah.
I'm still messing with my hair, now it's a nervous habit. Listen, if it's fight or flight, I don't know how to fly, so... I'm gonna tug my hair, and I'm going to move my hex to it.
Okay.
Now with a shaky hand, I draw the triangle again, and I say, Ignis, and I'll attack at disadvantage.
Go for it.
So the triangle is kind of like wobbly.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how a disadvantage attack goes. Oh, I rolled 2 13s, so it's a 19 at disadvantage.
Yeah, roll for damage.
Okay. 3 fire damage and 2 necrotic damage, so 5. Total.
That is exactly how many hit points it has. So, despite your fear, you remember your mom like yelling at you to stop being afraid of things when you were a child and just like do what she told you to do, and you were able to like summon something up deep within you, and you summon just enough magical energy to smite this creature, and it is a defeated. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Stand up. I'll stand up and pull my hat down a little bit so no one sees that I was scared.
Nice. Yep, at the end of the round, same deal. The thunder charges reach all the way across to the other wall, and then we start another round. 2, 3. So here and here. The panels light up, and oh, sorry, hold on. We'd be moving shit around. Okay, now the clown's back.
No!
No!
Oh, Clover, you're kind of like floating in the air here. You're hovering. Yeah, you're hovering up in the air, and like right at eye level with you, a 7-foot tall clown with like a horrible gaunt face and fangs, and like a tattered multicolored suit, like a little like he has one of those big red noses, and like a Let me see. Hold on. What weapon does he have? He actually has a giant hammer in his hands. He appears next to you and just starts like laughing, and you can see like his sharp, like kind of tangled teeth as he laughs at you.
Hey, yo! Hold on. I'm frightened again.
Yeah.
So he rolled real bad on his initiative. So Dawn, there's a scary clown right next to Clover.
You good?
No! This is the opposite of good!
That's my turn.
So you move 5 feet, but not enough to help. You just kind of step over a little bit.
Yeah. And you can see he smiled a little bit.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm the He's like, it's my turn. It's my turn for revenge.
Next up is Clover. You got a clown in your face. And no one's coming to help you as of yet. Soon, but...
Yeah, I'm just gonna book it. Nope. I fly away. I fly away. Over here.
Okay, so does Expeditious Retreat doesn't protect you from opportunity attacks, right?
Nope.
Okay. He is gonna make an opportunity attack
Yep.
at you with his hammer.
Fly like a bird.
So you hear him laugh, and like he just brings it up and like swings it up at you. Does an 8 hit?
No.
He misses, and as this big wooden hammer strikes the ground, you hear it make a squeaky toy noise. And you fly out of the way just in time. And then he kind of shakes his fist at you, but then like honks his nose and just starts. It makes like a honking noise, and then he's like, at all of you.
Yeah, I'm throwing a chill touch at his face. And, like, you'll see like
Okay.
the spectral purple cat paw come out of like black flames, and it's going straight for its face.
Go for it.
16 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Meow. 6 damage.
Okay, yeah. Nice. The cat's paw kind of slaps him in the face, and he does like a very comical, like over-exaggerated slapstick, like ugh, and then just like looks back at you and is just like giggling. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right, Dove. Again, scary clown with a hammer.
I'm like riled up. I'm still kind of like fiendish looking with my dagger, my like knife in my hand. I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I'm going to Should I run at it or should I tell it? Should I be mean to it?
Bully it.
Bully the clown.
Bully the clown.
Bully the clown. I'm gonna be like, you call yourself funny, mate. More embarrassing yourself. I want him to make a wisdom saving throw.
He rolled a natural 2. He's not he's
Perfect.
not passing.
This D4 is rolling amazing. It's been 3 4s in a row. That's 4 psychic damage.
Nice. Yeah, so you say that to him, and he, like, hears that and looks over, and, like, he makes a really big frown at you. And, like, you see in his, like, fucked up, like, face paint that he has, like, little teardrops appear on it under his eyes, and, like, just his hair and his collar and everything about him just wilts as he looks at
River.
you.
Cry me a river. I'm like super. I feel like everyone sees this is like Dove's like super animalistic looking. Like her hair is all risen and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Is that your turn? Alrighty. So next is Ego and the Thunder charges. So the clown had not had his turn, so he can't even move yet. That dice went somewhere else. I don't know where it just went. So he's gonna make a dex save, which he passes. So he only takes 1 point of damage as he ducks out of the way of this blast. Ego.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Tug my hair, move my hex to him. Still just fiddling with it. And you know in the Vine where someone's like, what do you have? And the kid's like, a knife! And he like holds it like this. I have scissors for effect. And he holds it kind of like backwards. Well, I'm about to be a very naughty child, so I'm gonna run up with my scissors. 5 feet. And I wanna
Do not
like...
practice at home, kids. Do not run with scissors.
And I wanna try and stab him in
Go for it.
probably like the thigh or the tummy.
Yeah.
Let's see, how do I use a dagger? That's how I use a dagger. 19
That
to hit.
hits. Roll for damage as you shank the clown.
I shank the clown for 7 piercing damage and 2 necrotic damage. That's 9.
Okay.
So I stab him, and if he's still up, is he still up?
Yes.
I thought it would be quite funny if I stab it in, and then, so Ego's gonna use the rest of his movement to run, like, 10, 15, 20, 25 to the other end, and what Ego doesn't notice is that maybe he was, like, stuffed with, like, you know those handkerchiefs that you just keep pulling, and it's all different colors, and it's stuck on the end of my scissors?
Yeah.
And I'm, like, running, it's just...
So as you stab him, like you think you would get like a pain reaction out of it, but he actually bends down to you and grins in your face with these spiky, like yellowy teeth. And so you run away, and then as you look behind you, your scissors are like attached to him with those like multicolored handkerchiefs.
Intestines. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right,
I'm trying to shake them off my scissors.
Next up is the clown. So, let's see. Oh, alright, it's gonna have to be... Alright, Dove insulted him and said he wasn't funny, and Ego stabbed him, so I need the two of you to roll wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
You got to 0 HP.
I have great wisdom, but I rolled real low, so that's a 8.
Okay.
It cut out a bit. Was it Dove and me?
Yeah, Dove and Ego.
Yeah.
I think my mic might be dying.
No, I think it was just on my end. Mine was
Yeah.
a dirty 20, though.
Okay,
Wisdom, right?
Yes. So, this clown, after you stab it, just starts laughing and laughing, and it gets louder, and it fills the whole chamber. And Ego, you're just kind of disgusted with everything that has just transpired, so you are not feeling affected by it. But Dove, you already have a tendency that your mood, you're so capricious and your moods shift with the wind, and you are a chameleon, you adapt to the people around you, so you hear this laughter, and you also still have the personality trait that everything is humorous to you. So when you see this handkerchief come out of this this like handkerchief chain comes out of this clown and is like trailing behind Ego. That is just the funniest thing that you've ever seen. You fall prone, you are incapacitated, and you cannot stand up because you are in a fit of laughter until the start of the clown's next turn.
Okay.
Ego just looks down at you. It's not that funny.
It's so stupid. It's so funny. What are you talking about? I'm just rolling around.
And so the clown is gonna, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay, so the clown is gonna do this. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he runs up on Clover. Oh, he does, well, so Dove is incapacitated.
But was I able to get one?
Yeah, sure. When he was right here, you could.
The diagonal?
Yeah. I'll allow it.
I see it coming for Clover. I look at how scared Clover is. I'm gonna try and stab him one more time with my dagger.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna just make sure I'm gonna check before... No, I'll try and see if I hit first. That is... a 12?
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Ooh, okay. It's 7 piercing. I don't think my Hex gets to proc again.
I think Hex is once per turn.
It says you deal an extra 1d6 when you hit it with an attack. But...
Oh, okay. Yeah, then add it.
Okay. 7 piercing and 1 necrotic. 8.
Okay. Alrighty. You are able to stab into the clown as he runs by.
Stab into his butt cheek and I cut his back pocket open and bouncy balls fall out.
Yeah, jelly beans and like bouncy balls fall out of his back pocket. So, the contagious laughter was his bonus action, so when he gets up on Clover, he's gonna smack the shit out of her.
Oh no!
Twice.
That's really... Okay, wait, but just smacking a little fairy with a squeaky hammer?
So that's an 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clover!
Bye.
No!
I don't want to be in this place anyway.
No. So that's 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god, leave her alone! Leave her alone!
14?
14, yeah. So this is he's really scary and he's running at you, but you don't let yourself become overcome with the fear of this clown coming at you.
She just starts purring to like calm herself down.
Yeah, you're like you have your own tail, you're like petting it and like purring, and the next attack is only an 11 to hit.
Yeah, no. That doesn't hit.
Okay, so he goes to swing at you again, but this one smacks into the wall behind you, and you hear it make that squeaky sound again. Which, when it hit, it felt like solid wood.
Oh.
It did not feel good. And then, that is the end of his turn, so it concludes with these bad boys finishing their route. And then, they move... there... And there. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So.
Fuck me.
Dawn, it is your turn.
For stream's
This
sake,
clown
she's at the corner and both the beams are aiming at her currently.
Yeah. So Dawn, Clover is cornered by the clown and is also in the line of fire for like both of these beams.
They literally checkmate me.
Oh, also, a thing Ego would have noticed when you stabbed with your scissors, because those are not a magical weapon, right?
They are not, no.
The stabbing didn't do quite as much damage as you would have expected, but the necrotic damage seemed to take.
Conjuration magic.
Dawn, it is your turn.
You kind of
Dawn.
put yourself in a little
Oh.
bit of a situation there, miss.
I don't you. She's so flustered.
I got you, and I'll walk 50 feet. No, 10 feet. So I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to smack him.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
Natural 20.
Yep, that's
Or-
gonna hit.
24.
Go for it. So that's 2d4.
God, I don't know what's up with me today, but like D4 are like invisible. That's 7 bludgeoning.
Nice.
And roll very high
And
on
that,
my D4s.
so... Yeah, so as you kind of smack into this clown, like, it feels like you're hitting, like, a sack of feathers with your briefcase. It just doesn't seem like you hit quite as hard as you would have expected for the force that you put behind that swing. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I am going to move back 5 feet.
Okay, he's gonna take a swing at you. He's
Okay.
gonna turn around and come at you with his hammer. Yeah, that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Ooh. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as
No,
this
I'm
hammer
out.
like smacks into your back. So yeah. So as you feel the like protective energy from the suit begin to fade, you immediately like feel like a tingling sensation, and then you hear a pop, and you appear in the stands wherever you want. But I'm just gonna put you there.
And Dub's it's still incapacitated.
Safe from harm. And Orla will wheel up to you and say, "That was a really nice try. That was a good move there."
He kind of looks over at her and he was like, I baited him so she could run away. I baited
know.
her the opportunity attack so she can run out of the corner without getting hit.
Very smart. Speaking of which, Clover, it is your turn. The clown has temporarily turned away from you as it has just caused Dawn to disappear in like a puff of sparkles with his giant hammer.
Okay, I want to try and do something creative. I don't know if this will work, but I'm
Go for
gonna
it.
I'm gonna try and cast minor illusion and just do like a black like bubble over his head, so
Okay.
he can't see which direction I'm flying.
Sure. Yeah, so where are you trying to move to?
I want to go up and over top of him and like get over to Dove.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to do that. He does not have an opportunity attack, and with the illusion in front of him, he's kind of just like he's like swiping at his face, and
He probably
you don't
needs
think he
to
saw
use
you.
an action to realize that it's fake, but I have a concentration for 1 minute.
Yeah, it's not even his turn yet, so he can't quite get to the point of making that
Cool.
action yet.
That is
So
my turn.
next up is Dove.
Okay.
So let's see. It was his turn. He did the laugh. So you are currently incapacitated, and you can't stand up as you are caught in a fit of laughter.
Gotcha.
So unless you have anything that you can do while incapacitated, I do believe that is your turn.
Don't think I can. I think I'm just like I'm like laughing, pointing, like looking at the clown, and then looking at Clover, being like, so funny. So funny.
So next up are the I keep dropping my dice. The thunder charges once again. One of them, the clown is in line with. He does dodge out of the way. And he only takes 1 point of thunder damage because of that. But he's not looking great. You can see like little tears in his outfit, and there are like slinkies falling out of them, and like little jelly beans and feathers and handkerchiefs. Next up is Ego.
I see the beam coming for me.
Yeah.
I know my dagger's not going to do as much now. So I'm going to point my scissors out, and I'm going to carve that triangle, and I'm going to say, Ignis! I'm going to cast another firebolt at him.
Do it. I need to stop throwing
Let's
my dice on the
go,
floor.
ego. No, it's not happening. It's an 8.
Unfortunately not. As the clown is ducking out of the way of this thunder beam, like your firebolt kind of misses. You weren't expecting him to move so fast. So, anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm going to do a little dance.
Make a little love. Get down tonight.
Do a little dance. Make a little love. Move to the other side. So it's literally just like I see him dodge it, and I'm like, do a little side shuffle.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Next up is the clown, who is now has this little bubble around his head. So I will say he has to roll a perception check.
I think my DC's 14.
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
So he does realize that it is an illusion, and kind of like ducks out of the way of it. And he is going to run over to you two ladies.
Sorry, ladies.
Which, at this point, Dove, you are no longer incapacitated and laughing uncontrollably, just in time for you to realize that there is a 7-foot-tall clown towering over you with a giant hammer that he is going to swing down at you.
Oh, fuck.
With advantage because you are prone. Is
Yeah,
that a
that
15 to
hits.
hit? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I rolled pretty low. That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's exactly the amount of hit points I have.
Oh no. Alright, so
Oh,
yeah, he
no.
swings this hammer down at you, and you kind of feel a tingling and hear a pop, and you appear right next to Dawn. And
Be like extra dramatic before I go, like right
Yeah.
before the swing. Like I'll like look at Clover and be like, "So sorry." I'll like just be extra dramatic and then pop out, just to be silly.
And then with his second... Yeah, so you appear outside of the arena with Dawn and Orla, and she will, like, shake your hand and say, "Good try! That laugh attack's pretty hard to beat." And then he's going to use his other attack to hit Clover.
No.
Not good. 11.
Nope.
So he goes to swing at you, but you're now a pro at dealing with this clown, so you kind of fly out of the way of his hit. Then he's going to use his bonus action to do contagious laughter, and there's only 2 of you, so he's going to target both of you, because that's how many people he can target. So I need you guys to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh no.
Clover and Dove, remember you guys have those D6s.
17.
16.
Okay, both of you passed. You're pissed off at this clown, and his laughing is not able to seep into you and affect you.
A quick DM.
Yeah.
Could on my bonus action after I got vamped to the outside, as my bonus action, could I inspire Clover?
Yeah.
I'll be like, what was the... Oh, I can't remember the Waiting in the Wings Rapunzel song, otherwise I'd sing that.
Oh, that's okay.
I'll be like, Clover, come on, you can do it! I'll just yell from the side.
Yeah, so Clover, you feel a little bit bolstered by your new friend Dove, and you have a bardic inspiration of a d6. So, the clown is also, let's see, he was over here. He's just gonna shift a little bit, because he knows. So, the beams finish their course, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, ego. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that one stays there. So here, right behind you, Ego, you feel the wall light up. Or rather, you kind of see it behind you because your own shadow gets much brighter. And with that, out. So Clover, there's a clown right up in your business. It is your turn.
Well, I don't want to risk it. I'm gonna try and get rid of him. I'm just gonna do a chill touch. I guess it would be disadvantage.
Yeah, because it's a ranged spell attack, so I believe that means disadvantage if you're in melee range.
Got that. You got lots of inspiration though.
That is true.
Yeah, you do have the d6. You have 2 d6s now.
Okay, not bad. That's an 11 and an 18, so 11 plus 6, so that's 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, get him. Ego's like, reveal the darkness of your soul and strike him down.
5 damage.
Alrighty. Yeah, so you kind of reach out with your own hand and like it turns into this little purple cat paw. And it's like a little furry poof. Like your hand actually transforms into a little purple cat paw for a second, and you claw into him, and these pink scratches appear like across his face. He's still up though, but he's not looking good.
That's all I can do.
Anything else? That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Alright, Ego. Oh, actually,
It blasts me first.
at the same time, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
11?
That you're gonna take half damage. That passes.
Okay. I have a lot of HP.
You take 1 point of thunder damage.
Okay. Okay. Wizard's still up.
Yeah.
Blasts me in the back. So I'm going to move over to the corner. And I cheer for Clover and I say, yes, reveal your reveal your most powerful darkness within, and I myself will do the same. Ignis! Firebolt.
Yeah. Roll for attack.
La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-da. Dirty 20.
That hits. Roll damage.
Alrighty. 3 fire damage and 4 necrotic damage. 7.
How would you like to destroy the scary clown conjuration?
I felt that blast of thunderous energy in my back. So as I move my scissors out to cast the spell, I'm going to actually put them in that, grab some of that energy, just sort of like pull it off, make a nice little charge triangle that appears under his feet, and then just starting from his goofy little shoes, just burn him up like a little piece of paper.
Yeah, so as you do that, he like is burning up, and he's just like laughing and cackling the whole time until he is just like completely engulfed in the flames, and then he just poof vanishes away, and then your fires kind of die down, and you can see immediately the thunder blasts are, let me delete him, stopped as the arena walls power down. And you hear like the resounding sound of like cheering and clapping and everybody just lauding your success as the party has successfully completed the Thunderdome. So Ego and Clover, if there's like anything in your victory moment there that you want to do while you're still in the arena, you're welcome to do that.
I think Clover just bows respectfully, like thank you.
I'll come over next to you, and I'll take a bow. And since you're so tiny, I will offer like a couple fingers for a little handshake.
I'm so smiling.
You fought valiantly. I saw the burning passion of your heart. It was beautiful.
You too.
And
Bows again.
As you finish your bow, you also feel tingling across your whole body and poof appear next to your other companions just outside of the arena where you started. And Orla will approach you and say, "You did it! that scary clown, not a lot of people are able to actually beat him. He's pretty tough. But you did it, so congratulations to your team. That was kind of riveting. I didn't really know what was going to happen at the end there.
I didn't like it.
Evocation.
Conjuration magic.
Evocation magic.
Music magic. I like.
We'll all agree to disagree. I can't really help you if you choose to be wrong. But anyway, if you would just come with me, and she will.
Because what we want.
I love her.
Who's winning now?
She will lead you over to a little stall that's set up in the wall of this tent. To the prize area. I need each of you to roll me a d12.
Ooh.
A D12?
Mm-hmm.
2.
Okay, so Dawn, as you approach, so she'll reach into the box of prizes that she has, and she feels something, and she's like, "Oh, this is perfect for you. I think you'll understand the irony and hopefully appreciate it." She hands you a giant fake nose, a big round red nose, and hands it to you. Let's see.
4.
Okay, so Ego. She'll look at you. This is so funny. I can't believe that you guys are. Oh my god. She'll look at you and she kind of looks at your wings and she'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe they let you take those from the ticket booth. Hold on. I have something better for this." And she will take out a set of very dark purple and black, kind of oil slick colored butterfly wings. And she'll say, "These are upgraded. Don't tell him I gave you this."
Oh.
Acceptable.
Let's see. What about Dove?
They match the darkness.
Got a 12.
Ooh. Oh. She will reach in and pulls out a wooden bottle, and the label says glue, and hands it to you, and says,
Oh.
"I feel like you could just do fun things with this. I see the feral look in your eyes. Like when you were just kind of running at that gazer. You should just take that."
Thank you.
And
That's
Clover.
6.
Is this special glue?
I will tell you all what these do after. Give me a second to finish
No
giving
worries.
everybody. You know what? You're a real good sport dealing with that clown like that. I think you'll like this. And she hands you a book, and it says "Dirty Jokes for Beginners" on it.
It's a hollowed out book, and inside is a gun.
Actually, the gun inside is set so that when you open the cover, it shoots out at you.
She just shoots
So
her.
that all of Kristy's characters get shot with a gun.
Gotta keep on theme, man.
Don's
she-
nose is a gun.
She will thank you for participating, and you're all welcome to hang around and watch the Thunderdome for as long as you'd like. But however you decide to proceed next is up to you. Give me 1 second. Roleplay amongst yourselves. I know we're concluding shortly.
I end my illusion on myself, and I will get out of my ugly yellow Kill Bill jumpsuit
Yeah, good call.
so I can
Yeah.
put on my new wings.
Yeah, she will take the Thunder Suits back from you. So is it safe to assume you will all be exiting the Thunderdome?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think Clover's seen enough. If they want to watch, she'll wait outside.
No, we won. That's
Okay. Yeah, I go outside.
We can. Yeah, we won. I won.
Yeah, so as you step outside, Ego, what's your passive perception?
Uh-oh.
My passive perception is 12.
Okay. Does anyone have a higher passive perception than that?
I have a 14.
Okay. So. Okay. Ego. Actually, basically everybody except for Dawn, because Dawn's is a 10. As you exit
Mine's also a 10.
Oh, then, sorry, I thought you said 14 as well. So, just Ego and Dove. As the four of you are walking out, talking about your plans for the next things that you're going to do, you can see that, like, maybe Clover is, like, thanking Dawn, and they're kind of, like, wrapped up in conversation for a second, and the two of you might, like, fall back a bit. And as you look off into the crowd coming down from the stairs of the Thunderdome, you see a very small child, not even a foot tall, with bright green skin, that begins to move, kind of running in a circle around a man, very fast, like, abnormally fast, like almost blurring. And this man suddenly kind of gets a blank look in his eyes and just kind of stands there dazed. And before he even has a chance to, like, recover from this, that little green figure zooms off and disappears into the crowd. The man kind of shakes his head and continues walking down the thoroughfare on his way, as if nothing ever happened, as if he never even was aware of this creature in the first place.
Have I ever seen anything like that before at the carnival?
No.
Have I ever heard of anything like that from my mom?
You can roll an Arcana check, but you've never, I would say, like, what you saw, there's, again, you just kind of get, like, a familiar feeling from it.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check?
What are you trying to check?
I want to check that familiar feeling again, or like the intent of the green thing, or maybe the after effects of the man. Whatever DM you feel like.
So Dove doesn't, you've never seen anything like this, and Dove does not get that feeling of familiarity with all of this. But as you're roll an insight check, and we'll see what you can intuit from that. As for the Arcana check,
Oh, here's a skill that I have +6 in. Rolls a 3, so it's a 9.
yeah, you know, there's a lot of magical creatures out there. You don't remember any stories about something like this.
Could be a human child on a lot of sugar. I don't know. Maybe they're just green.
Oh, maybe 13
That
for
was
the
weird.
insight. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, so hard to tell what the intentions of this creature was that you saw, because you barely even really saw them at all.
Right.
But the man, like, you watch him pass, and, like, you kind of, if you're, like, looking at him concerned, like, he'll make eye contact with you, and he kind of gives you, like, a quizzical look. And then he'll, kind of look around, and, like, he sees a couple friends of his and, like, waves and kind of jogs over to them and seems completely unfazed.
Okay.
Like, you get the sense that he has no idea that something just happened.
Okay. Keeping that in mind.
Yeah, he
Can I,
doesn't
like,
look
clock
behind
this?
him at all.
Okay, I'm gonna clock this guy. I want to just like remember his face, if that's okay.
Yeah, he's a tiefling man. He has red skin, and he has, like, nubby little horns that kind of curl down a little bit. And his head is just, like, totally shaved. And he seems to be wearing clothes that you kind of would expect for, like, a farmer or, like, a villager from this area.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So, Dove, as you kind of clock that man, and you sense something's not right, and Ego, even though you don't know what's going on, but you feel like you're feeling a little bit of deja vu. That is where we will wrap up tonight's session.
Hey.
Yeah, good game, everybody.
GG's.
Glad you got to do the Thunderdome.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Was good.
That one
I
was
got
fun.
to see a little bit of powers and everything. It's fun.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
So, everybody who's watching, don't forget to check out Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games. Thank you to Sirenscape for all of this awesome like background sound and music that we've got. You should check them out. You should sign up. It's free. They have like 20 free sound sets that you can get just like for being there. It's like a really great service to have. Please check out our Discord and come and hang out with us. And we've got games basically every night of the week. So, or day if you're in like Australia. I don't know your life. But yeah, just come on down to Probo and check us out. Does anybody else have any other announcements that they would like to make?
No.
That Victoria's super cool.
Yeah, DJ.
Thanks.
Victoria is a super good DM, and we are having fun at the fair.
Thanks. I felt a little less nervous this time.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, I'm totally cool, calm, and collected 100% of the time because you guys know me and you know that that's a trait that describes me.
Yep.
That is definitely
On point.
So yeah, next time you are trapped in a lightning ring with a clown trying to bonk you, and you need to save your own ass and also your friends. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll be back here in 2 weeks.
Love you,
Love you, bye.
bye.
bye.